Although our individual reasons were very different, Ray and I had essentially landed on the same result, namely that neither of us had ever been to Europe. Ray has always said that travel is important to him, and of course I agree. There were multiple approaches of how we could do this visit, so I asked him if he would be open to visiting with my very dear friends, Andrea and her family. They live in the Netherlands, in a city called Utrecht, which is very well known for being a college town. It also has a city central structure called the Dome Tower, very famous. These points of interest we'll share as I share stories with you. The point here is that Ray was open to visiting with friends, so we were Utrecht bound.
Well, we're under a heavy rain alert here in Seoul, but Western Europe is sweltering under an intense heat wave for the ages, with the record all-time high temperatures being broken over and over again. For more on this and other news, let's go to our Hong Yu. So, Hong Yu, a sweltering heat, how high of a temperature are we talking about, and what countries are they?
Well, Kanyang, countries in Western Europe such as Belgium, the Netherlands, and Germany smashed all-time temperature records on Thursday afternoon because of this heat wave.
Wow, in search of much-needed AC and snacks, of course, we landed in the Yumbo market immediately. Suwon, her son Junghan, and Olivia, Andrea's daughter, are pictured here. This store is located in the Lysorein neighborhood, and the shopping center is called the Lysorein Centrum. It was instrumental during our stay, and I will be talking about why it was so special later on. As for the Yumbo market, I can only compare this grocery store to a Whole Foods on steroids. It just offered so much more than your conventional milk, eggs, and bread shopping experience. It has this cafe. It had this fish snack called kibling, which we really liked a lot. Delicious. It had an indoor playground for the children and this large table that accommodated all of our friends. Eventually, we returned to Andrea's place, and we were essentially killing time before check-in. And this is the only photograph we have of a table in her backyard, which was the center of gravity for all of our friends. Ruth is pictured here, Suun and Jason. We always came back to this table to talk. For now, the conversation centered on early check-in. Andrea informs me that Dutch culture really doesn't have any wiggle room about that, so they don't do it. Here, the NH Utrecht Hotel, which is where we were staying, is right next to the train station, as you can see. And through some miracle, Andrea was able to manage an early check-in. And in 1, 2, 3, we were out, exhausted from the heat and the jet lag. But not Andrea and Ruth. They were en route again to the airport to pick up my cousin Eileen and her husband Rick. They landed about 12 hours after us, so it was really incredible that Andrea and Ruth made this trip twice and brought my cousin and her husband back to the hotel. The good old number 28. Believe it or not, on our very first day, by the end of the day, we had learned how to take this bus because Ruth and Andrea taught us how. And this bridge that we're crossing over, we crossed over this bridge every single day, regardless of where our adventures took us to, because sooner or later, whether it was the first thing in the morning or the last thing in the evening, we would return to that table. Here's the bus stop for Coriander Street. That would be the one we would take to go to Andrea's house. And this was a walk that we were very familiar with, but today we took it for the very first time.